I just remember like being so full of rage in that moment. And yeah, I guess I stood up for myself, but I wasn't like thinking, oh, this is going to be a moment by any means.
And then
I was just like, I'm going to look crazy.
Virtual reality.
Hannah Brown, welcome to Virtual Reality. Danny and I are so excited to chat with you, and you have a lot to chat about because you have yet another book coming out, The 4 Engagement Rings of Sybil Rain. You must be so pumped.
I mean, we don't stop.
You don't stop.
No, I am so excited. It's been a very busy season, but like this is a dream come true, and I'm so excited for people to read
Well, and you
it.
have so much going on. You have the wedding. You just shot a season of Bachelor in Paradise. Where do you find the time to do everything?
I don't know.
Caffeine.
How did I do that?
You know what? Diet Coke.
Yeah, it helps you out.
It's Diet Coke.
Yeah.
It's, just laying horizontal anytime I can and staring up at the ceiling and being like, please God help me.
Oh my God. I mean,
That's how we
honestly,
get through.
that's a very useful thing to do sometimes. You just have to scream and cry.
Yes.
And it helps
we
so
do.
much.
We do a lot of that.
That's my favorite activity.
Yes.
Wait, and also, how is it being in the romance realm professionally? I mean, in so many ways. But while you're also planning a wedding and everything like that, I feel this must have been so much more fun to write. While you have love even more on the brain.
Yeah, I know. It felt like everything was happening at the same time. Is that how you say it?
Serendipitously.
Serendipitously. Until right now, it's like, oh wait, no, everything's just happening at one time, and it's hard to need a beta blocker. I need a beta blocker.
Ooh, oh, we love a BB. Yes.
People have been really relying more and more on beta blockers.
They're great.
Recently. Paige DeSorbo, big fan of beta blockers. I've never tried one.
Oh,
Try it.
Should I try one?
Yeah,
for summer.
they're good. They're safe. They're a good option.
Yeah.
How long have you been beta blocking?
About a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
And you've noticed a magical change?
It just helps. I mean, I don't know. The beta blocker I have is just pretty chill. It's not, I don't know if there's other ones, but
Yeah, extra
The other
strength.
thing is chill.
yeah, that's what
I
they're there for.
So tell us about the story, though, of the 4 engagement rings of Sybil Rain. I saw that it was inspired by maybe Forgetting Sarah Marshall and also Anyone But You, which we love. Anyone But You with Glenn and Sydney.
Yeah, we love a good rom-com.
Yes.
So like the fun outer layer of this book is about a girl who a year prior was a runaway bride, and then she needs a much needed vacation after a challenging year, and ends up using her almost expired plane ticket to go to stay at what would have been her honeymoon, and does not run into one but 2 of her exes on the beach. So she's navigating all that, but what it's really about, and that's the part that is like Forgetting Sarah Marshall vibes, Anyone But You, but what it's really about is being confronted by your past. She has to do it in a really tough way. And learning to love yourself so that you can receive the love that may be right in front of you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. And have you had moments of running into someone from your past? You're like,
Not really. And I keep being like, it's going to happen.
it's going to happen. I hope you know it is going to happen. Probably New York.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Like, I live in the same city as one of my exes. I go home and some of my exes are in Alabama, and I'm like, one day I'm going to have to look them in the eye and be like, hi, it's me. But it hasn't happened.
Are you full-time in Alabama?
No, I'm in Tennessee.
Oh, you're in Tennessee
but
now. Okay.
I can drive to see my family
Oh,
all
that's
the time.
awesome.
Wow.
My
Okay.
brother just had his first daughter.
Okay.
So we're back and forth, and I was thinking, I was like, what would happen if I saw some of my exes, especially even before the show? Wow, life changed a lot, but we haven't had that happen just yet.
And also it's hard too because doing a road trip type of vibe at the gas station, you're not dressing to run into an ex.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. I was
Yeah.
like, this is what's going to happen to me. It's going to be at a gas station or at the airport when I'm just not looking my best, but that's okay.
You're like,
I have personality and charm.
the one day you choose to have beef jerky, they're gonna be like, Hannah?
Yeah.
And you're over a garbage can. Wait, what's happening to me? Yeah.
All right, well, speaking of personality and charm, we will see that on full display on the next season of Bachelor in Paradise.
Yes.
I was so delightfully shocked when I saw the news that you were going to be bartending in Costa Rica with Wells. What was the experience like? What can you tease about this season?
Yeah, I was shocked as well, but I was so honored to be a part of what is an iconic show. Bachelor Nation is where I got my start. So that they asked me to come and be this new part of the show, it was really cool. So I am more Paradise Relations. Wells makes all the drinks. I can't make a drink to save my life, but I know how to pop a bottle of champagne.
Okay, that's useful.
And I lead up the champagne lounge on rose ceremony night. So that's the most bartending you're getting from me, bottle service girl. But throughout the season and throughout their stay at Paradise, I'm just really trying to make sure that everybody has a good time and an ear and shoulder, whatever they need. If we need to cry, if we need to laugh, if I need to encourage, I'm just that voice of reason, I hope. So it was really fun and kind of like redemptive from my time there. It's like a full circle thing. Like I get to be the person that I wish I would have had.
Wow, I love that. Yeah, were you able to give advice to people that you were like, you really should do this, and maybe they didn't listen, and you're like, okay, well, you'll learn one day.
Well, there's a fine line of that with this, because I think that's what people will notice a little bit different about this season is it's pretty hands off when it comes to this is the cast making their own decisions and more just like listening and encouraging than being like, you should do this and you should do that. Like, people are entertaining on their own. You don't have to force anything. But if they really wanted to know my advice, I gave it, and then they did what they wanted to.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Was there ever a
As they
time
do.
where you're like, I get that? Okay, so that's the exact opposite of what I said? And did you ever confront them where you're like, why didn't you listen to me?
You know, you live and you learn.
Okay, there we
that's-
go.
Well, I do
Yeah.
love the title Paradise Relations, and you were saying that you wish you had maybe a Paradise Relation girl on any of your seasons. Were there parts of, or maybe like mistakes that you identified and others that you were like, oh, I made that same mistake, and I really wish you would not do that?
Yeah, I think trying to date in this type of bubble is really tough, and nobody else on the outside that's watching the show will fully understand how immersive the experience is, and it all feels so real, which it is. It is a real experience, but contained. And sometimes there are certain conversations that you don't have because you're just like in this love bubble. Or you don't really like listen to what the person's actually trying to tell you, because people will tell you who they are, but sometimes it's hard to really discern that. So yeah, I think that there'll be some moments where people are going to have to just learn the hard way,
There's a lot of...
which I did,
Yeah.
and here we are.
But
They
you know,
don't-
I feel like you navigated your experience within Bachelor Nation pretty flawlessly. I actually just showed Danny right before we started this interview the podium moment.
Oh,
That is
Amazing.
one of my favorite moments in reality television history. When you look back on that moment, you must be so proud of that girl.
And I remember the moment, and I'm like, kind of like, yes, and I just remember like being so full of rage in that moment. And yeah, I guess I stood up for myself, but I wasn't like thinking, oh, this is going to be a moment by any means.
And then it was.
I was just like, I'm going to look crazy.
What's wrong with that?
No, you made him look
No, you
crazy.
did.
No, but I was going crazy. Y'all.
Yeah.
Well, he
I
was
really
making
was.
you, rightfully so.
He was making me crazy. Yeah.
Men have that effect a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, and is wedding planning making you go crazy, or is it all excitement? It's making you...
No, yeah, it's making me crazy.
Oh no.
Well, also, you did it to
It's
yourself,
not
an
hard-
international
it's not-
wedding.
It's not hard to make me crazy. And I chose the international wedding, and what was I thinking?
Because
Yeah.
my friends have done it. It's just so hard to navigate and communicating with that. And like,
But the
times
outcome
when-
was so beautiful.
The outcomes were so
when
beautiful.
the-
No, you're gonna love it. But how has it been going?
It is definitely tough. Like,
Yeah.
I am now all for people to elope or go to the courthouse. I'm like,
I eloped.
yeah, it's smart. Good for you.
It was easy, but
Yeah.
a wedding in France also sounds fabulous.
But I think that's in the moment that I'm in right now. Is we're so close, but there's still like all the little things.
Yeah.
And I've heard that from so many people that there is a moment where you're just like, we should have eloped. And then you get there and it's going to be all worth it.
It's the
And you're
best
going
part
to
of
want to
your
do
life.
it again.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we're just in the thick of it right now. And I'm on a book tour, and we were living in Costa Rica for a bit. So there's just, like I said, so much at once, but all good things. And I
Yeah.
have to continue to remind myself that this is all the things that I want to do.
Right.
But yeah, wedding planning is is a beast. I don't know how people don't have a wedding planner. Because even with a wedding planner, it's tough because you still have to make decisions.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that.
Because you are Hannah Brown and you are known for your work within Bachelor Nation, and everyone is so invested in your love story, whether it's whether it was with someone in Bachelor Nation, but obviously it's not now. I feel like wedding planners and wedding vendors would be clamoring to work with you. How do you navigate that and figure out who you want to work with?
Well, I don't want my wedding to feel like work.
Like SponCon.
Yeah. Now, look, you need to get some coins.
Let's do
And like I've been able to really be able to be in this season of life and it work well with my work opportunities. But I was really fortunate. Like my wedding planner is amazing, but they're from Alabama and do like elaborate, just stunning weddings, and I thought there'd be no way that I would be able to work with them just because of their caliber of the type of weddings, and just like out of budget. But I had worked with them when I was in college and helped like assist a stylist for like the bridesmaids' hair. So they had my number, and I was like, they're my dream wedding planners, but like we're not doing that. And then we were able to like end up working together, so it was great.
That's amazing.
I love that. That is such like a small world full circle.
Yeah.
Now y'all want to
You manifested that.
I did. I was like, that's who I want to do my wedding, and it ended up being who's doing my wedding.
I love that. And also, because you're saying this new novel has a little bit of Anyone But You in it.
Yeah.
Are you as obsessed as we are with the idea of Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney actually dating?
Oh, I want to know y'all's thoughts on it.
Well,
do you think they are?
Not yet, but I think they wanted to, but they were in relationships. But now they're both single-ish.
I mean, I think they're both great. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Or,
Danny,
you're hesitant.
You had a really good theory. Please share it with him.
Well, I said that they were really feeling each other when they were in relationships. So it was like the unattainable.
Yes.
And now that they're both attainable,
they don't care.
Or it's like that takes the allure away at some point, or they're gonna try. Who knows? We don't know what happened.
Know.
Yes.
Like, were they ever together? Were they not?
I know.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to adapt any of your books for?
That would be a dream.
Movie. Okay. Danny also has another idea for you. Then.
Do you watch Mormon Wives?
I just started actually like 2 nights ago.
Are you obsessed? It's so good.
I'm on. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah,
it's really good reality
so
TV.
Addictive.
Are you a fan of Whitney?
Well, I'm only on. Wait, why?
No, well,
she's
the first season. She's the villain, so I could see you not being a fan of her.
But then we do like her.
Season 2, she kind of has a redemption arc a little bit.
I mean,
she grows on you. Anyways, she really wants to be an actress,
and she wants to
do like a book to movie.
Fantasy,
yeah.
romance or fantasy.
Is she an actress?
Well, you can answer that when she sends you a submission tape.
That would be fun.
She's trying to get
Wouldn't
into
that be fun?
That
I love
would be
Whitney.
cool.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
So she could play Sybil Rain.
I'm only on like the first or second episode of season 1, and I don't know when it starts to become the true villain, but I understood at first, like, why she was upset with Taylor. I did understand.
Right.
But I've heard that she just takes it a little too far.
And then she pulls it back season 2, and then Demi takes the villain crown from her. So lots to look forward to, Hannah.
I can't wait. It's been so good. It's a really, really good show, and they're very much themselves, but like it's weird how they're like innocent but also not.
Naughty, those saints and sinners.
The saints and sinners.
That's why that's like the layer of that is what will make her a great actress, I feel, because she has the complexity and the range. And I'm not joking. She literally sat on this couch saying she wants to work with adapted novels. So I'm seeing this happen.
Okay, Whitney,
call Hannah.
Submit your audition tape, and we'll see.
All right, and this is available to purchase.
It'll be out June 24th. I'm going on a book tour.
Oh, wow.
So I'll stop in New York, LA. We're going to the Midwest. We're going to be in Kansas City, Bloomington, Orlando, Nashville. It's going to be
all the things.
wild.
And also, like, the cover is giving me such summer vibes. Like, everyone's going to be reading it on the beach. It's going to be a moment.
That's my dream.
Yes. Oh, my. Well, baby, it's coming true.
It's coming true.
Yeah. So thank you so much for stopping by and talking to us, Hannah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Hannah.